In this video, you're gonna learn the one exercise that you need to do to create a strong core in pregnancy that's going to help you recover in postpartum and will help you to get on your way in minimizing the mummy tummy after you've had your baby. Hey ladies, welcome back to the Strong Mom channel. My name is Denise. I'm a personal trainer for moms in pregnancy, postpartum, and beyond. And my specialty is helping moms to become strong and confident in their bodies. So this is the one building block, basic exercise that I teach all of my moms, and you guys are gonna start today. Okay, so we are talking specifically about your deep core muscles here, which is called the TA, transverse abdominis. And I know everybody thinks about their core as their six-pack, right? Their rectus abdominis, their six-pack ab muscles here. We're going much deeper than that. We're going, we got our recti muscles, which is our six-pack, then we got our obliques, and then even deeper than that, we have the TA, the transverse abdominis muscle. And this muscle wraps around our whole abdomen, around the whole side like a corset. So some people call it the corset muscle. And that is what we're going to be working today. Okay guys, so let's do this together. I want you to be either in a kneeling position like I'm kneeling on my knees, or you can be in a seated position on a chair. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take, just kind of roll your pants down a little bit here and put your fingers on your bony hip bones. Yes, your ASIS. Now I want you to move in medial to that about an inch. You're gonna feel in here, no more bones. This is kind of maybe soft, maybe squishy, maybe you feel some muscle here. This is where I want you to place your fingers for now. Okay, now what I want you to do is give me a little cough. So when you did that, you should have felt a little bit of tension, okay? Maybe a little boop, kind of like the muscles kind of popped out a little bit at you. Great, so that's what I want you to be feeling for. Now, we don't want to be feeling for like any kind of bulging or poking. We want to be feeling for tension. I want you to think like taking muscle and just like kind of tightening it. So while we're here, what I want you to do, I'm going to turn to the side. I want you to take a nice breath, deep inhale, and I want you to exhale. Okay, when you exhale, I want you to imagine that you're blowing candles out on a cake. And that is how I want you to be forcefully exhaling. Now, when you're exhaling, I don't want your belly to be pooching outward. I want your belly to be coming inward. Now, the best way to do this is to imagine that, I call it the seatbelt muscle, okay? So we're gonna call this like right here, the seatbelt muscle. As you exhale, I want you to take that seatbelt muscle and draw it back. I don't want you to take your belly button and draw it back to your spine. No, I want you to think low belly, seatbelt, and just slightly draw it back as far as you can, maybe to, inside or back towards your spine. So I'm gonna do that so you guys can see from here. And you're gonna see on my exhale, my low belly is going to drop inward. You can see that. Now as I inhale, my belly's gonna come outward. That's what I want you to be doing. Now our fingertips right here so that we can feel those muscles tense up. And what I like to do is tactilely tap, tap, tap as I exhale so I can feel that those muscles are turned on. And then inhale. All right, so admittedly, this is a hard muscle to tap into. It is deep, and that you're working that whole entire transverse, that TA muscle that wraps around. So this is going to help you become, yes, strong in your core. Because how many clients do I have after having their babies and they come to me because they feel like there is no core left. They feel like their core shot. They feel like they don't even know how to re-engage it. So what we are doing here is we are strengthening our core so that you know how to retrain it and re-strengthen it after you've had your baby, right? So you guys are ahead of the game by doing this during pregnancy, which is so awesome. Okay, so now that you guys have that, I want to work on a little bit of endurance. So yes, it's great that we're inhaling, exhaling, drawing that belly in, but let's take it up a little notch and let's see if we can do this while we are engaging and holding our core, but still breathing. So I want you to engage that TA muscle as you exhale and as you inhale, okay? So let's do this together. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep breathing. I'm tactilely tapping so that I know and I can feel those muscles are still on. And rest. Whoo, guys, did you feel that? I hope you did. Okay, so I wanna layer on one more thing. Give me a thumbs up in the comments below if your midwife, your OB, or your doctor has told you to do Kegels in pregnancy. The thing is, a lot of us don't actually know how to do Kegels properly. I remember my midwife just saying, "You're doing your Kegels, right?" I'm like, yep. To the best of my knowledge of how to do that, right? This is before I knew everything that I know now. So what we wanna do is be adding on our Kegel into this core breathing exercise, or this TA exercise. So first things first, I'm gonna go really quick here. A Kegel is you engaging your pelvic floor muscle. Think of it like a sling of muscles that connect right at our pubic bone and go right back to our coccyx. And I have a little, my pelvis here. So this is the anus here, and the urethra is up at the top. So all of this red that you see is our pelvic floor muscles. So first thing is, how do I know if I'm doing a Kegel? The next time you're on the toilet, I want you to stop the flow of urine. If you can do that, that is the muscles that we want to be working. So while we were just sitting here, I want you to imagine that you are, with your vagina, picking up a blueberry. So you're doing your Kegel, but instead of just squeezing your vagina, which a lot of us do, I want you to imagine that you are squeezing and then pulling upward. And then I want you to let go. So squeeze, pull upward as high as you can, and then I want you to let go. Okay, we're gonna add this in with our breathing. So this is a really big core exercise. We're using our diaphragm, we're using our pelvic floor, and we're engaging our TA at the same time. So I'm gonna take a little seat here, and we're gonna do this together. Actually, I'm gonna do here so you can see what's happening with my mouth at the same time. Okay, so remember what we did. We inhaled. On the exhale, we blow candles. At the same time, I want you to squeeze and pick up the blueberry at the same time you're drawing that TA muscle back. Okay, let's do this together. Inhale, exhale. And relax. Whew, okay, so are you guys finally tapping into your core muscles? So I recommend doing this TA pregnancy core breathing every single day. Do 10 reps, maybe you can do 20 reps. Now I also wanna caution that doing Kegels is not for everybody. So that's why I highly recommend seeing a pelvic floor physiotherapist. They will do an internal exam to make sure that your muscles are not already too clenched and tight. Take it from me, I am a type A person, and my pelvic floor muscles, I do tend to clench them more than I need to. So I am somebody who has to work on relaxing my pelvic floor. So yes, I need to work on strength and endurance, but also on relaxing those muscles. So these exercises are not anything like, oh, amazing. They're kind of boring actually. And quite frankly, like sometimes you just don't want to do it because it's so boring. So if you are already working out in the gym and you're wondering, how can I take the core exercises and work it into what I'm already doing? Maybe you're doing some of my strength videos, then let me show you how. Come on, we're gonna go to the gym together. Okay guys, so welcome to my gym. We're gonna do some core exercises, traditional stuff that maybe you guys are doing, planks and crunches, and then we're gonna pick up some weights and do some other exercises. Now, I'm gonna admit that I totally never ever do crunches. I don't love them. I think they're just like, meh, whatever. I'm gonna show you how to do them correctly. Again, I think there are 100 other way better core exercises than crunches. I just know everybody kind of just reverts to doing crunches. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. And if you really wanna know what I'm doing instead of crunches, what my other favorite core exercises are, then put a comment down below and maybe I'll create a video showing you some of my favorite standing up core exercises, resisted with weight core exercises, because they're so much more fun and so much more challenging than crunches are. Okay, so when you're in your plank, either on your hands or your forearms, we're gonna go and do that TA activation. Exhale through your mouth, and I want you to engage this TA, low seatbelt area muscle. So I'm gonna just stay here. I wanna inhale first. On my exhale, I'm engaged. I want to keep it there. I want to do that endurance hold. I'm still breathing, but I'm still engaged while I inhale and I exhale and while I'm talking to you guys, right? I want you to hold it as long as you can. And when you feel like that core connection, if that TA is turning off, okay, you want to come out of it. Just to clarify, we are not doing the Kegel here. We are not picking up that blueberry and holding it. In this position, we are definitely just doing the TA activation. And just to let you guys know that when you're doing the TA activation, your pelvic floor muscle does come along for the ride. So if you're doing this this TA and you feel like, I feel like my pelvic floor is moving a little bit, that's because it is. These muscles work together synergistically. And likewise, if you are picking up that blueberry, you're also going to feel that TA move, even if you're not physically, doing it yourself. That TA is going to be activated because they work in tandem, they work together, okay? So if you guys are feeling that, that's awesome because now you're becoming so much more in tune with your body. Okay, so let's come down onto our back and talk about crunches. Now, the further you become in your pregnancy, the less comfortable this is gonna feel. Obviously, you're on your back, and this kind of goes for every exercise. If something just doesn't feel good, if it doesn't feel good in your body, just don't do it. Don't feel like, oh, because that instructor, I'm in the class, she's doing this, everybody else is, I gotta, keep up with it. No, if something doesn't feel good, just don't do it. All right, I want you to come down. I want you to inhale first. I want you to take that low back, push it down to the floor. Exhale, engage the TA, and then once that's engaged, I want you to lift up and then back down. And up. Okay, so I've already said I don't like crunches so much. Let's do something else. Okay, I've got a set of weights here, and I'm going to be doing some bicep curls. All right, so let me tell you, when you're pregnant or even when you're postpartum, if you're lifting something heavy and you're noticing that your belly is, you have this cone shape or dome shape down the middle, you're not managing the pressure very well. So this is why you need to learn to do what we're doing today. You need to manage the pressure, and we're doing that by doing this core exercise. So when I'm lifting these weights, right now I've got no pressure. However, I want you to use the breath that I've just taught you and take that into every exercise. On the hardest part of your exercise, the contraction, exhale, inhale down. So now I am working my core at the same time. And I'm not doing my blueberry pickups. I'm not doing my Kegels here. I'm just exhaling as I draw that TA muscle back towards my spine. That is all that I'm doing. And if you are picking up something really extra heavy, definitely use that Kegel. Let's say this is really extra heavy. I'm going to my last rep. I'm going to use my blueberry pickup, my Kegel here to help me lift that weight. What we're doing is we're just creating this mind-muscle connection between this TA and our brain. The more we do it, the more that muscle is going to know how to work on its own. Not saying that it's not right now, but as we become pregnant, things get stretched out and you're not as in tune with those muscles as you were before. But if you're doing and practicing this belly pump, this TA engagement, this is setting you up for such a much better recovery. And this is the basis of how I train and work with my moms who have diastasis recti, as well as pelvic organ prolapse, as well as urinary incontinence, mommy tummy, all these things in postpartum. So you guys, by doing this, you are ahead of the game. So please keep it up. Ladies, thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to grab my Flat Belly After Baby ebook. It's free. It's 10 holistic ways to get a flatter belly after baby without surgery, without dieting, and without extreme exercise regimes. So click that link down below to get it for free. So guys, if you like this informative video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. You commenting, giving thumbs up, subscribing really helps my videos get seen by other moms like you. So it really helps me out when you interact. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss another video from me. And if there's a specific pregnancy workout that you're looking for, leave it down below and maybe I'll create it for you. I'll see you in the next one.